Fly leaders and tippet. Man, this can be so confusing, and you've got to have the right size because size does matter. So how do you choose? Hi, I'm Mickey Anderson from Fish Tech with today's leader tip. The fly leader is your clear connection between the fly line and your fly. It has two jobs it needs to do. First, it has to be able to get your fly to the fish, and next it has to make your fly look natural. The natural part of it is the size. Now the size, when you talk about leader size in spinning, it goes by pound test. In fly fishing, it goes by X. X refers to the diameter. Every time the diameter is reduced, it adds to the X. So the higher the X number is, the smaller the diameter of the leader is. Now you're going to need to know that to do the math of what size leader is going to be right for the size fly you're using. Here it is. Divide the fly size by 3 and round up. And that will give you the idea of a good starting size of what size leader for the fly. This is a number 14. Divide it by 3 is 4. I'm going to round up to 5. 5x is a good way to start on a number 14 fly. Now, same thing happens on the giants. You got down to 2s and 4s. Divide that by 3, you're 1. Round it up, you can be maybe 2. So around a 1x or 2x is going to be the right size leader for these big flies. Now, as far as the length, you've got to make your fly land on the water right. The tapered leader will continue the loss of casting energy that the taper in the fly line started. You need to lose enough energy to make the fly land right. If you're fishing little teeny dry flies like this, you want it to land really soft, and you want to use a really long leader that's going to lose all the casting energy possible to set this out on the water softly. Now when you're throwing a big fly like this, you want to get the fly down. That's number 1 on these, is just getting it down. If you are using a full floating line, you also need to use a long leader so you're not trying to sink the fly line when you're trying to sink the fly. I just told you a long leader is going to lose a lot of casting energy, and it's going to make your fly land soft. You don't want these to land soft, so I'm going to use the heaviest leader in a very long length, and casting is going to be tough, but you've got to do that. Now a better way to do it with these is to use a sink tip line, where the line is going to take it down, and then you can use a lot shorter leader that's going to be a lot easier to cast and still get your fly down. Next part of the leader is tippet. Tippet is the tip end of your leader. Tippet can be used to modify your leader to match your fly. In dry fly fishing, if you have one all-around leader, maybe this 7.5 foot 4X, I can put 5X and even 6X on it to taper that down to match my fly. It's the same on the big end. You can have a very large leader and use tippet to modify it to match your fly. And I hope these leader tips help you out a whole lot. If you have any questions about this, so come on down to Fish Tech and we'll help you out.